I'm back. How are you guys? Please don't judge me if my hair is messed up. I just changed into my Decepticon shirt. I have no idea if I'm pointing it at the camera. I'm just gonna pan down slowly. Okay. Which I totally should have worn during the Loot Crate thing, but I'm wearing it now, and I just realized that, you know, the whole Decepticon theme kind of matches my hair, which was not on purpose, of course, because I actually tried to cut the color out of my hair because the job I'm going to be at doesn't allow the hair color, so sad face. Anyways, I'm going to do an anime review. It's going to be kind of a little, like, disorganized, and it's been a while since I've done one, so I apologize. I've been avoiding doing this specific review because I have so much respect for this anime and for the manga that I'm afraid I'm going to mess up, but it's now or never. I'm just going to do it. So, anyways, I'm going to be doing an anime review on Death Note. Death Note was one that definitely, totally, like, captured my attention right away. The sun is in my face right now because it's going down. I'm sorry. Okay. Actually, most of the animes that I watch, I don't typically get the manga for, but I actually have all of the Death Note manga and all of the, like, other books. I also have all of the freaking movies. So, I was pretty obsessed. I loved L to death. I made my own freaking, like, little group with all the alphabets, you know. I believe my letter was T. So, I was really obsessed with Death Note. The main Death Note synopsis is, there are creatures called Death Gods. They have a Death Note. In order to sustain their life, they have to kill humans in the human world by writing their names in the Death Note, and that'll continue their life. Most Shinigami have gone lazy and have just chosen to completely give it up. So a Shinigami named Ryuk wants to make his life less boring, so he drops a Death Note into the human world where a human can get it. Now, if a human uses a Death Note, they will not be able to go to heaven or hell. They will be stuck in basically purgatory forever. Moving on to a kid who gets like perfect grades. He's like the perfect student, and his dad's in the police force, and he's going to be in the police force. His name is Light. He's the one that finds the Death Note. He reads some of the directions and just can't believe that it's real. Ryuk, of course, is following him the whole time, and he can't see him because you can't see the Shinigami until you write in the Death Note. Well, he's watching the news, and he starts watching the news. Either he sees somebody being hurt in public, or he's watching the news, and he sees that there's somebody doing something bad. So, out of curiosity, not believing that he's going to be able to affect anything, he writes the person's name in the Death Note. 40 seconds later, they die. He's totally shocked. Eventually this leads him to being, like, obsessed with it, like, assuming that he's given this gift and that he has the right to execute all criminals, and eventually goes on to anybody who he doesn't deem worthy. It's just crazy. So this detective, only known as L, decides he only takes cases that he really, like, is really interested in. Decides he's going to track the person known as Kira, which is the name that Light has been given because he's doing everything in secret. He's going to track this guy down and take him down. And since it's in the area, he's requested the help of the police force that Light's dad is in. And then, like, you know, it's basically the entirety of a psychological game between those two. And then you get to learn about other users of the Death Note and other Shinigami and how things came to be. And it's real awesome. Elle is a sweets-obsessed person who doesn't eat anything but sweets. I went on that regiment for a little while because I totally admired him. Gained 20 pounds. Don't do it. So yeah, it's totally like a psychological thing. It's pretty dark. It's also pretty awesome. There's a lot of happy moments. There's a lot of feels. Overall, it drugged me in a lot. Art style. Now, it's not a super normal art style, but it's not super weird either. It's kind of in the middle. Pretty. Like, I think that the art style is good. I mean, I haven't watched it in kind of a while. I should probably rewatch it. Let's be honest. rewatching Death Note, always a good thing. But I didn't really notice any animation mistakes, or if they were kind of light. Anyways, such a dork. Yeah, the animation's pretty good. It's pretty detailed too. Because like Misa, another character, wears a lot of Lolita-ish stuff. I think it details in her dresses quite thoroughly, and there's other Shinigami that have real intense details. You get those down pretty well. So that's the thing. Art's pretty awesome. Let's see. Storyline, like I said, storyline is very engaging. Characters are also very engaging. I explained to you that Light and L are the main characters. Misa, who is a little bit obsessed with Kira / Light, is also a main character. She carries a Death Note. Light's dad is a main character. A character named Mello and Nier. Those are main characters. There's a lot of characters that you get to know in the police force that are main characters, but some of them do come and go. So I'm not going to say how or why, but yeah. The main characters are, Kira / Light and L, and it basically focuses on those two. Those are the characters. Let's see, what was on my checklist? I usually give a story synopsis, talk about the characters, talk about the art, and then my overall rating and feelings. Honestly, this show is probably in my top 5 of all time, or my top 10 of all time. It's engaging, the artwork is beautiful, the characters are deep and believable, and by the end, even though you're angry at Light, you also sympathize with him. You absolutely become obsessed with L, if you're me, because he's a really, really interesting character. He's really weird, but he's really interesting. The movies and the books, they all tie everything together, and they, even if they're AUs, they all fit into each other. I used to love to read. I don't read very much anymore, but the L books, the BB Beyond Birthday, it sucked me in. I just kept reading and reading and reading. So that coming from somebody who has a hard time reading anymore says a lot. It's a great storyline. If somehow you have not heard of Death Note or have not watched Death Note, please give it a shot, because it's awesome. And there's just too many twists and turns and shocking moments, and I don't want to spoil them for you. I already feel like by giving a synopsis that I've spoiled a little bit, but hopefully it was enough for you to go, oh, that sounds interesting. Because my friend who was burned out of anime for a long time, he saw all the cliches and all the anime and just got so tired of it, after he heard about Death Note, it rekindled his interest in anime. So it's pretty freaking awesome. So with art, character development, characters, story, everything, I don't remember whether I give it a scale of a 5 or a 10, but it's a 10 out of 10 or a 5 out of 5. I know I say this a lot, but on a completely not even feels note, on just a picking it apart, very analytical side, it would still be a 10 out of 10. It's one of the most engaging stories I've ever come across, and it's beautiful, and it'll make you cry. Alright, so that's what I have to say about Death Note. You should watch it, and tell me if you liked it. Okay? Okay, well, I'm gonna go, because the sun's in my face, and as soon as I said that, the sun started going down a little bit. Awkward. But I'm gonna go ahead and go, because I filmed 2 videos today, and I'm gonna spam you, and I'm gonna feel bad, because I already spammed you yesterday, but like I said, I really wanted to make videos, so I made some. Alright, have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.